Hello and welcome to track and field. It's time for the 200-meter dash state finals in Oregon. Your daughter's been working hard all season long and she's been very successful. It should be an easy race. But at the end of the race, there's a biological man that has beaten her in the race. I find this very unethical and I feel like it needs to change. Today, we're going to go over how this is socially and emotionally not okay and how it's affecting moral and theological events, and how it is logistically wrong and affecting history. Let's get into our first point. How this is socially and emotionally not okay. For one, I don't know if I were you, but if I was a girl, I would not feel comfortable playing with a guy. Imagine having to guard a guy in basketball or racing against him in track. It just would be awkward and unethical, and it can be avoided. Another thing is girls work way too hard to get where they're at in the off season and during season. They work way too hard just to get it taken away for someone that doesn't deserve it. When I say someone that doesn't deserve it, I can prove this with humankinetics.com. Human Kinetics states that men are prone to having longer limbs and longer legs, allowing them to build more muscle. This makes them stronger and faster than most girls. Another thing is men biologically have wider shoulders and a bigger chest, allowing for a lot more upper body strength, making them stronger than women, which is unfair. But probably the biggest point of them all is something called testosterone. Testosterone is something that starts getting released during puberty, and it is significantly more in men than women. You might ask what testosterone is. Testosterone is a fat distributor, and when you distribute fat, it allows for muscles to be built easier and more effectively, making it easier for men to build muscle more than women, therefore them being more athletic. So it's an unfair advantage and it's not okay. For my next point, how this is morally and theologically not okay, I will prove this point by telling a story. Leah Thomas, a swimmer for Pennsylvania, dominated in the 100 and 200 and 500 freestyle and won the NCAA championship in the women's swim team. Leah wasn't always a girl though. She used to be named William. William was never good enough to reach NCAA championships when he was a men's swimmer for Pennsylvania. But when transitioned into a woman, she was able to dominate and win a championship. I think this is not morally and theologically okay, because girls like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they deserve to be placed higher and they deserve to be rewarded for the work that they put forth and not get it taken away by someone I don't think deserves it due to the advantages. This is not the only issue though. Bathrooms and locker rooms. Leah was only able to use special bathrooms, and then one day she just decided that she was allowed to go to the women's bathroom, and this caused an outbreak for the College of Pennsylvania and sparked many female athletes to stand up and fight against this issue. All right, now the history of biological males participating in women's sports and how it's affected the history and how it's logistically wrong. First, we have Renee Richards, a tennis player in 1967. This caused multiple protests and caused an outrage back in the day. Another one, probably the biggest one, goes by the name of Linnea Hubbard, which participated in the 2021 Tokyo Olympics and dominated and took away medals from good women that worked hard. And for our last one, Aiden Gallagher. Going back to the introduction, This was the girl that was supposed to win, or was going to win until Aiden Gallagher transitioned to be a woman and took a state title away from her. I just feel like there needs to be a stopping point because women work way too hard and they deserve to have what they work for. I just don't feel like it should be taken away by someone that doesn't deserve it. Yeah. In conclusion, we went over why this is socially and emotionally not okay, how it's morally and theologically not okay, and how it's logistically wrong and affecting history. I hope I've persuaded you into switching opinions and keeping women's sports alive, and thank you for listening.